And there are rules of economics with which we're really struggling. And I can tell you the time life of any discovery of any new technique, either the new materials like graphene or many others, or I can even try to predict what's going to happen with the quantum computations, which Robert is trying to do. First, it would be very naive to expect that those electronic corporations would jump and try to implement those techniques into the front-end devices, into front-end microprocessors. What will happen is, first you would see individual transistors based on that or another technology, then probably incorporate them as devices for telecommunications where single transistors would work or a single modulator would work. As we do it, we learn more about the stability of those new materials or those new technologies. You develop the new technologies, and then you will be ready to incorporate it into the front end devices. Same will probably happen with the quantum information. First, before seeing quantum computers. Well, we have already a quantum computer, and I will probably challenge you to tell us more about that one. But you would probably see more of quantum technologies in telecommunications, and then as we use it there, we would learn more about that, and then at a certain moment we'll get ready to put it into a final device. So you won't see just an abrupt change and an abrupt threshold. So it will be a gradual introduction of new materials, new technology into our life.
Yeah, I think I would agree with everything Kostya said. So there's quantum computing and there's quantum information in general, right? So a full-blown quantum computer that outperforms any conventional computer is never, I think, going to end up in some future version of your phone. It's more likely to be a very specialized thing that scientists use or that exists in the cloud somewhere and you access. But indeed, there are things such as protocols for doing secure communication and so on, and there are some small versions of these available commercially already. Okay, so I think there will be some gradual transition as well. But I think people have been predicting the end of Moore's law and that it's always 10 years away for the 50 years that it's been around. So it's maybe a dangerous thing to bet against it. But nonetheless, I think in that industry, right, you have a couple of things you have to do. You have to make sure that your next fabrication plant 2 years from now is also producing things that are twice as good like everybody else. And there's a path that they follow for those timescale kind of innovations. But they also need to look at what's coming ahead a decade away or so. And so I think kind of, at least for our field, we're maybe in a transition period where I think we're going to start to see more private sector funding and interest from industry and things.
Yes.
I'm interested from Konstantin. Do you look at the effects of gravity on what you're doing? Are you interested in that? Are you interested in doing something in space and seeing what,
Well,
since there's such a business between the quantum and the graviton?
It would be quite challenging experiment to do, but one of the possible experiment you can imagine, you can create the thinnest